Today I'm going to be making something really fun for Halloween, and these are my Halloween meringue ghosts. So for this recipe, we need a half a cup of regular white granulated sugar, 3 egg whites, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. So those are the ingredients, so let's get started. So I'm going to get my egg whites into a very clean bowl. You want to have your bowl completely grease-free, so make sure it's really clean. I'm going to get my lemon juice into there. I'm going to grab my mixer, and I just want to start whisking this up. So I'm going to keep whisking this until I see some soft peaks happening. Okay, so this is about a minute later, and you can see that the egg whites are getting nice and frothy, and I've got, a little bit of peak action going on here. You can see that. So I'm going to get my mixer going again, and then I'm going to take my sugar, and I'm just going to start slowly incorporating that into the egg whites while I have the beater running, okay? So I don't want to shock my egg whites. If you pour all of your sugar in at the same time, what will happen is you're going to deflate the actual whites, and you don't want that. So just a little bit of sugar at a time. And I can already feel those egg whites are starting to get thick. The sugar helps stabilize the whites. It's giving them structure. And that's it for our white sugar. So now I'm just going to keep mixing like this. Okay, I've been mixing now for a few more minutes, and you can see that I have some really nice peaks going on here. And at that point, this is ready to go. So I'm just going to clean my beaters off, and we are ready to pipe these out. So what I've done here is I'm just taking a baking sheet and I'm lining it with parchment paper, and I've just taken a little bit of my meringue and I just put that down, and it acts as a glue for my parchment paper, and that's good. So I'm just filling my pastry bag here. I have a 1A tip, Wilton tip on the end, which I'll be using today. I do have my oven set to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't want to actually bake my meringue. What I want to do is dry it out. So I'm just going to start creating little ghosts. So I'm going to give a little bit of a push to create a very large base, and then I'm going to come up a little bit bigger, just like that. You see that? Very nice shape. I do have my oven set to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to dry my meringues out. I don't want to bake them because I don't want them turning brown. I want to keep that really nice white. A little bit, squeeze more. You can make these any size you wish. And another secret to this is you do not want to have these sitting around too long. As soon as you get your shapes piped out, you want to get these right into the oven. You can make them any size. If you want to make some smaller and some larger, you can. And my last one. Perfect. So now I'm going to pop these right away into my 200 degree Fahrenheit oven. I'm going to let these sit in there for about 1 hour. Then I'm going to turn the oven off, and then I'm just going to let them sit there with the oven door slightly open for a couple more hours, just so that they really dry right through. Okay, I'm back, and my little meringue ghosts have completely cooled, and they are light as a feather. Really nice. So right now what we're going to do is, our next step is we're going to take a few of these and we're just going to add some little eyes to make them look like real Halloween ghosts. So that's our next step. For our last step, we're going to add on our little eyes, and I'm going to be using mini M&Ms. I've also taken some chocolate. This is chocolate chips, and I've just melted a few of them down in the microwave, and that's what I'm going to use for my glue. I've got a little metal skewer here. I'm just going to get a little bit of chocolate on the end, and you can use a toothpick if you don't have a skewer. And then I'm just going to take the chocolate and just get a little bit on the end, and then just grab your little ghost and just get that right on there, and it'll just stick right like that. Okay, I'll do another one. A little bit of chocolate. get our second eye on here. And if you wish, you can add the third one for a nose, but I don't think you need it. Looks pretty good just like that. Let me turn it so you can see. Well, that looks really, really cute. I guess I'll do one more. Let's try orange since it is Halloween. Get a little bit of chocolate. And if you don't have chocolate, you could use a little bit of icing. Royal icing would work well. Any kind of frosting. And then we'll get our first eye on here. And then our second eye. So you just want a little dab. So a toothpick would work well as well. So there we have it. So I've just zoomed in for your viewing pleasure. And there we have Meringue Ghost number 1, Meringue Ghost number 2. So that's it for today. These are my Halloween meringue ghosts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.